You know what? Everybody wants a return on their investment. We sacrifice so much time. We give all of our energy to our jobs and we want something back, right? And even with an investment, you get a win sometimes. But it seems like in this system today, you put in so much work, so much energy, and you get little in return. And happy Friday to you all. I've been trying to talk to you all day. I had to get out that office, out of that cubicle. Y'all, guess what happened today? There was a meeting today at the gas station. Oh, there was some conversation at the gas pump today. I'm there, I'm pumping my gas. And this man, he said, "Man, it's 4.50. This gas is $4.50." And I said, yeah, I know it hits real hard when you have a whole lot of travel to do. Cause I'm looking at his truck and stuff, and he had tools and stuff in the back. Looked like he was a maintenance man or something. And then another man who was in front of me, he was like, "This gas don't make no sense." And I'm like, in the inside, I'm like, you have no idea. Cause y'all already know I drive 130 miles a day driving to work. And so the man, he was like, yeah, this gas is really hitting different now because I have my business and I go fix on people homes and make repairs and stuff like that. So he said it's really affecting my income right now. He's like, everything is so high. And I was like, they really just don't know what I'm doing. But after having that conversation with them, it validated something inside of me. I said, I'm not by myself. Everybody is feeling the hit. And so, I got back in my car and I really thought about that thing. I was like, I'm working, but it feel like I'm mostly paying to work. Every time the economy shifts, I take a hit. It's bad enough that before you even get your check, they taking taxes out. And I'm thinking to myself, when you're my age, you want to be at a point where you can slow down, where you can start seeing the reward from your investment. And let me tell y'all something about me. I never wanted anything from anybody else. I never been jealous. I've just not been that type of person. I've always worked hard. I've been I've been working since I was 15 years old. I've did it all. I done worked at Hardee's, McDonald's. I have pulled trash. And I've never been the type of person to want somebody to give something to me. And I don't mind working hard, but I don't like to feel like I'm being robbed. I have always been going hard and making sacrifices. Even during my pregnancy, I worked so hard because you have to save up PTO hours so you can take your maternity leave. That's the only way you're going to have some money. So I even look back on it, y'all. I worked all the way up until it was time for me to deliver my daughter. I looked it up. I took a leave on a Monday and had her on a Wednesday. Everything was scheduled because I had to have a cesarean because of some other medical problems. So they had to, it was a C-section. So took off on a Monday, had her on a Wednesday. And I still didn't have enough time to do the whole 3 months. My PTO lasted for 2 months and a half. And I feel like I was being robbed then of the time with my daughter. But it just make me think like you give so much and it's never enough. You don't never get a return on your investment. They continue to take, even with the IRS situation, having to pay back $7,000 is ridiculous. And you know what? I see why Gen Z don't want to work. They already see what we going through. They want you to work longer and harder now. Gen Z out here, they can't even buy houses because the interest rates are so high. Then they talking about 50-year mortgages. Who wants to do that? Then they can't even buy a car because the interest rates on the cars are so high. And this is how the system works. There's no reward. Gen Z sees that they're not giving out pensions anymore. So they're finding their own way to make money. And I see them all the time. They be on live on TikTok selling things. in the TikTok shop. They're trying to make their own way, and I don't blame them. If you're a person my age, 40 and above, because I'm 50 plus, but we should be looking forward to retirement. We should be seeing some type of return. But now people don't even know if there's going to be any social security benefits left. And we know now that social security can't carry you. It's just a supplement. And if you don't have any other investments, it's going to be really hard. But I'm so fortunate to have this older black man to talk to me. I remember his face specifically because I thought he was so well groomed and handsome. Don't tell my husband, y'all. He had the nice beard and the goatee and curly hair, beautiful brown skin. And he was like, make sure you do your investments. He told me exactly what to do. He was like, to put in this amount. He was so funny, y'all. He was like, I want you to focus on spending your husband money and invest yours. That was so funny to me. And I listened to him, but now I even worry, like, will that even be enough? Because the economy continues to shift. How many investments do I need? Because let's be honest, a lot of people don't even have a lot of money to invest. And I tell people all the time, you can save 5 here, 10 here, but the system makes it extremely hard. And that's why Gen Z don't even see work as being honorable, because the country that we live in likes to take advantage of its citizens. It likes to take advantage of the elderly. It takes advantage of the veterans. They want you to extend all of your work, all of your efforts, and they don't want you to have anything. They control how much you make. It doesn't make any sense. But I thought we had a very interesting meeting at this gas pump today. And it made me know that I'm not alone, because a lot of people say, you always complaining about the gas, but they're not driving 130 miles a day. As a working person, working here in America, driving the back roads of Alabama, because you all know I'm a social worker and I still have to go to people's houses. Make sure you take your PTO. Make sure you try to invest something. Learn as much as you can and trust God. But I'm not going to hold you all any longer. I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful weekend. And also, if you like this channel, please like and subscribe so you can get all the notifications, because it really helps creators. And that's very helpful to me on this platform. So I will appreciate it if you do like and subscribe. And if you see what I see, put some eyeglasses in the comments. But that's all, you guys. And I look forward to talking to you all in the comments.